Morning, scholars. This is Miss Gabriel, and we are back for another Journeys lesson. It is lesson 2, and today is day 3. Let's begin. On day 3, we learn vocabulary strategy, and our anchor text. Let's go ahead and begin by reviewing our vocabulary words. Then we will do an activity. Teachers, feel free to have students use these words in sentences today. The first word is remembered. Remembered means not forgotten. Porch, an outside place, often with a roof that leads to the door. Crown, something special worn on the head. Spend, to give your time to do something. Stuck, not able to move. Visit, go to see someone. Cousin, the son or daughter of an aunt and uncle. Piano, a musical instrument. Great job, scholars. Now that we've reviewed all of our vocabulary words, let's go ahead and do an activity. All right, does this look familiar? Yeah, this is a fill in the blank activity. What we're going to do today is use our best skills to fill in the blank, using all that we know about these vocabulary words. Let's begin. The woman sat on her blank reading a book. Let's see. Which word makes the most sense here? Did you say porch? You got it. The woman sat on her porch reading a book. Awesome job. Let's try the next one. Bugs Bunny was amazing at playing the... Yup, you got it. Piano. Bugs Bunny was amazing at playing the piano. This picture really helped us. Let's try the next one. The princess wore a beautiful blank and necklace. What could it be? You got it. If you said crown, you are correct. Princess wore a beautiful crown and necklace. Next vocabulary word. The poor cat was blank up in the tree. What do you think it is? You got it. The poor cat was stuck up in the tree. Let's try our next one. I blank to feed my fish before school. What is this boy doing? Yup, it is I remembered to feed my fish before school. Great job. Next one. I love to blank my grandparents every summer. There are 2 words here that might make sense, but what do you think it is? You got it. I love to visit my grandparents every summer. Let's try the next. I like to blank my time reading. Yep, it's I like to spend my time reading. Good job. I hope you like to spend your time reading too. Let's try the next one. I like to play soccer with my... What makes the most sense here? Yes, it is cousins. I like to play soccer with my cousins. Good job, scholars. Okay, let's move on to our next skill. Today we're going to practice our vocabulary strategy, which is using the glossary. Let's go ahead and try it. So remember, a glossary is a list of unfamiliar or specialized words with their definitions, usually found at the back of the book. What we're going to do today is take a look at this sentence right here, and we're going to see if we can find the word that is underlined in our glossary right here. Oftentimes, when we see a word that we don't know, books have a glossary in the back so that we can look for the definition. I do not know what sailor means. I can look it up in the back of the glossary of my book. Let's take a look at this sentence. The sailor is excited to go on a trip. Sailor. I don't know what a sailor is. Well, good thing I have my glossary right here. But how am I going to find the word? Well, in a glossary, the words are usually in ABC order. That means we look at the first letter to look for our word. So I see birthday because it starts with the B. That's the first word. It can't be there. So as I keep going down, I notice that it's in ABC order. Oh, and I think I found it. Thumbs up if you see sailor. We can also call sailor our entry word. It says, a sailor, a person who works on a ship. The sailor steered the ship into the bay. Now I know what sailor means. Thumbs up if you know what sailor means now. Awesome. And how did we figure it out? Yep, by using the glossary in the back of our book. Great job. Let's try another one. All right, you go ahead and read that sentence. I play my guitar after school. How can we look for what the word guitar means? Go ahead and discuss that with your teacher. Good job. We can look for what the word guitar means by looking at the glossary and looking for the word guitar. It's our entry word. And we notice that because our glossary is in ABC order, guitar comes after family. Guitar, a stringed musical instrument. John played a song on his guitar. And there's even a picture here to let you know what a guitar looks like. Awesome job using the glossary today. I hope later on this year you will be able to use a glossary on your own. All right, scholars, before we begin our target skill for today, I wanted you and your teachers to do a really quick review on compare and contrast. Yesterday, we did a really good job. In the text, children and adults both do some of the same things. On the left side of this diagram, we write things that only the adults do. And on the right side, we wrote things yesterday that only the children do. And in the middle, we were writing down ways that both the children and the adults were the same. And this diagram helped us organize our ideas about how children and adults are the same and different. Today, we are going to practice our next target skill, which is genre, informational text. Do you know another word for informational text? Good job. It's nonfiction. We know that this book is nonfiction. This text gives us facts about a topic. As we read, we looked for photographs and information about real events and people. Today, we will read the text again and practice this skill by answering questions. All right, scholars, I can already tell that this is an informational text because the cover of the book has a photograph. And what's the photograph of? Yep, it's a photograph of Camilla's family. All right, scholars, I'm going to read this first page here. Read along. I am Camilla. I live in Miami with my mother, Damaris, my father, Roberto, and my brother, Rene. My mother came from Cuba. My father came from Puerto Rico. I already know again that this is an informational text because I've learned some information about Camilla. I've also seen a photograph. So let's go ahead and answer this question. Who is giving the information in this text? Go ahead and discuss with your teacher. Great job. Camilla is giving the information in this text. And how do we know? Well, if you look in the text, we see the word I. I am Camilla. That means that Camilla is giving us the information. She's telling us about her family. It also says, I live in Miami. So if we see the word I, That means that Camila is giving us the information. My mother and I go to school together. That's because she teaches Spanish in my school. When we are home, I like to help her cook dinner. Again, we see information here about Camila. And we know that Camila is giving us this information because it says I, my, we, and I. Those are words that help us understand who is telling the story, who is giving us the information, and it's Camila. Let's continue to read. Sometimes when my grandma Marta comes to visit, I dress up and put on a show for her. Today, she's teaching me a song. It goes like this. Go ahead and sing this song with your teacher today. Great. Renee is my little brother. Our friends and family come to the house for his birthday. We play games, eat, and sing happy birthday to him. I'm going to stop and think here. Thumbs up if you see some photographs. Nice. Go ahead and discuss. How does this photograph give you more information about Renee? That's right. This photograph shows us what Renee looks like, and it also shows us how Renee celebrates his birthday. All right. Here is my family. Grandmother Marta and grandfather Rigoberto had 4 children. Almost all of them came to Renee's birthday party. Do you remember what this is called? That's right, it's a diagram. Look at the diagram. How does it help you understand the text? Yup, this diagram helps us understand how everybody is related. If you look carefully in the purple text, it says they married. So that means the names of the family members in this part of the diagram are married. And under here, we see that these are their children. Awesome job. This diagram really gave us a lot of information about how everyone is related. And my favorite part is this photograph. Scholars, if you look at this photograph and this diagram at the same time, we get so much information. We can see what the family members look like. All right, next page. Read along. Grandma came with Aunt Maria, Irene, and Victoria. Uncle Andres came with Victor and Mar Isabel. Aunt Martika, Uncle Miguel, Gabriela, and Letitia came too. Soon the house was full. Go ahead and answer this question with your teacher. How do the photos on page 50 help you know more about the family members? Yeah, that's totally right. We know more about the family members by looking at this photograph because we can tell what they look like. We can put a face to the names that we see here in the information. Great job, scholars. Go ahead and read page 51. We played games. Aunt Maria Irene showed us how to play hopscotch. Little Letitia put on a crown to dance. Grandpa Rigoberto danced with cousin Mar Isabel. I know that pictures always match words. So when I look at this photograph here, I know that this is Grandpa Rigoberto and this has to be cousin Mar Isabel because the photograph gives us more information about what we just read. Okay, on Sundays we go to church with Grandma. Then we all go to Aunt Martika and Uncle Miguel's house. After lunch we play music and sing. Yesterday we saw that the adults and the children are the same. They do the same activity. And we learned that by looking at this photograph. We saw that they both love to make music. Uncle Miguel plays the double bass. Uncle Andres plays the violin. Aunt Darlene plays the piano. Victor plays the clarinet. And Mar Isabel plays the flute. And here we go again. We see more photographs that show us more information about the text. All right, we spend the rest of the day in the backyard. The grown-ups play dominoes while Uncle Andres tells funny stories. Gabriella and I sit on the porch and paint pictures. Go ahead and answer this question with your teacher. Why do you think the author used photographs instead of illustrations? That's a really important question, scholars. We will go over this question tomorrow, but for now, go ahead and discuss it with your teacher. All right, last page. What I like best is when Poppy takes us fishing. Most of the time, my hook gets stuck on a rock. I can't wait to catch my first fish. Whoa. When I look at this photograph, I know that this photograph gives me a little bit more information. Go ahead and discuss this with your teacher. What information do we get from the photo? Awesome job today with day 3. Scholars, we learned that informational texts have photographs, and in this case, a diagram, and a lot of information about real events and people. Tomorrow, we will go over these 2 questions. I can't wait. Good job today, scholars. Have a great day.